Now, this is going to be a series of videos starting with Dr. Philip Emeagwali out of Nigeria, Africa. And he is a brilliant scientist who helped invent the modern day high-speed internet. Dr. Philip Emeagwali, inventor of the world's fastest computer. Dr. Philip Emeagwali, who has been called the Bill Gates of Africa, was born in Nigeria in 1954. Like many African school children, he dropped out of school at the age of 14 because his father could not continue paying Emeagwali school fees. However, his father continued teaching him at home, and every day Emeagwali performed mental exercises such as solving 100 math problems in an hour. His father taught him until Philip knew more than he did. Growing up in a country torn by civil war, Emeagwali lived in a building crumbled by rocket shells. He believed his intellect was a way out of the line of fire. So he studied hard and eventually received a scholarship to Oregon State University when he was 17, where he obtained a BS in mathematics. He also earned 3 other degrees, a PhD in scientific computing from the University of Michigan and 2 master's degrees from George Washington University. The noted black inventor received acclaim based, at least in part, on his study of nature, specifically bees. Emeagwali saw an inherent efficiency in the way bees construct and work with honeycomb, and determined computers that emulate this process could be the most efficient and powerful. In 1989, emulating the bees' honeycomb construction, Emeagwali used 65,000 processors to invent the world's fastest computer, which performs computations at 3.1 billion calculations per second. Wow, that's amazing. Dr. Philip Emeagwali's resume is loaded with many other such feats, including ways of making oil fields more productive, which has resulted in the United States saving hundreds of millions of dollars each year. As one of the most famous African American inventors of the 20th century, Dr. Emeagwali has also won the Gordon Bell Prize, the Nobel Prize for Computation. His computers are currently used to forecast the weather and to predict the likelihood and effects of future global warming. Wow. To be honest with you, I didn't know this. I didn't know this until recently. It's safe to say that Dr. Emeagwali is the father of the high-speed internet. And this is the thing that we should be teaching in school. This is the thing that young men should be learning. We should be learning about people like Dr. Emeagwali. Now, Dr. Emeagwali invented this in 1989. He invented this computing system based on bees when I was in junior high school. There's another amazing aspect to this story is the fact that Emeagwali's father was in his life, and his father taught him. Despite Emeagwali dropping out from school, his father was able to teach him mathematics from home. And it just goes to show you how far men can go with a strong father in their life. And I just had to add this to this story. This is something that should have been taught in science class along with everything else. I mean, why do we have to tell half-truths in school? And I kind of get it. I mean, to keep us from knowing what some of our ancestors did, or some of the people in the past that look like us did, to make it seem that we didn't do anything, we had no contribution to the world when we had many of them. Now, Dr. Emeagwali's computing system also predicts the weather to this date. Now, this is something that we should be teaching in school. Maybe this is one of the reasons why we as black people, or as black men, should take control of teaching our own kids. We live in the age of the internet, and there's no reason for any of us to be ignorant in this time and day. So this is a story that really gets to me when I read it over and over, and I just think about the real history that's being buried right in front of our face. And I know there's people out there who wants to discredit Dr. Emeagwali. I also seen some other stories in the internet saying that he wasn't the father of the internet, that he had nothing to do with the internet. And of course they're going to say this because he did something great and people don't like this. Some people don't like this. Certain people don't like it. But let me know what you think about this. And I have a few more stories about some other inventors and some things that were invented that maybe you didn't know as a black person. Once again, this is Eddie Enigma. You have been enigmified, and peace. This is something they should be teaching in classrooms today.